Today I'm showcasing you guys a broken grenade build for hunters revolving around Gunpowder Gamble. Because I did make this build back then, back in Edge of Fate, if some of you guys remember. See, I just nuked all of them. Oh my god. I made this build back in Edge of Fate, but we didn't have this art. We didn't have the buff of Gunpowder Gamble until Renegade. So I can now show the perfected version of this build in its entirety, and I'm happy, as you can see how much of we are just nuking these enemies. I think the champion just had him back there. I'm coming to you in a minute, buddy. Okay, he's unraveled now. Now watch this. We're gonna stick this on him. Kablammy! Man dead. One hit. I didn't even have full stacks of goddamn Verity there. And yes, Verity is in the build. I did not mean to throw that over there. I was trying to grapple. I think it hit somebody. Some people. Somebody got dealt with that. Was it just gonna stay over there? There you go. Yeah, I couldn't shoot it. You always want to always shoot that mud. Okay, tower done. Boss have yet to jump down here. Boss is scared. I'm waiting for the boss. I ain't gonna lie to you. Throw that on him. Yep. Dump them. I can grapple melee him. Ooh, grapple melee again. I didn't know I had a grapple spot right here. Yeah. Not so big now, huh? Not so big and bad now, huh? Oh my god, he almost killed me. Go ahead and pop that. Stab him. Stab him again. Shoot 2 rockets. Stab him again. Throw a grenade. Pop this. And he's dead. Yep. Had to quiet down on that one for a minute. Everybody is. Punch. He hit his arm, but okay, they die still. Definitely trying to get that man up out of here. I got him up out of here, but you know, the way I wanted to. Where you at? Alright. Then throw that on him and then shoot him. This man still dead? Not dead. Come on now. Now he dead. Had to put that darkness on him immediately. I don't know if y'all peeped that. But I put that darkness on him immediately. I knew what I was doing. Change to the wrong weapon. There you go. Look at them. They can't do anything. Just blowing up everything. They don't know what to do for real. I think I showed the build enough. I did do it in -50, by the way, in case people are wondering. I did use a -50. It is definitely strong in -50. It just wasn't add dense enough in there for me to showcase to you guys immediately. So yeah, but it is do work in -50. But enough killing and having fun. Let's get to the build, man. Let's get to the build. What up, guys? Alchemist here. Something nice for you. So today I got another prismatic build for you guys. We showed off the melee. We showed off the neutral game. Now it's time to show in meta, I guess I should say. And now it's time to show off a grenade build on prismatic fun hunters. And today we are using Spirit of Verity. And of course we just threw it with Amos Light just so we get us ability back quicker, ability uptime always. Okay, so the weapons we are using in this build is very important. Before I get there, armor stats. You want to go for a 200 grenade stat. I do not have the perfect armor set because of the armor set bonus that I wanted to use, okay? But you can definitely go all demolitionist. Go all demolitionist, right? And then pour as much as you can into weapon stat, okay? That's all you need. 200 freaking grenade stat, and then 100 weapon stat, and get above 100 if possible, and have at least like 70 class ability stat just to get your class ability back quick enough. But yeah, 200 grenade, about 70 class stat, and then as much as you can above weapon stat, okay? The armor set bonus I'm using is Vault of Glass, Atheon's Memories, because of the 4-piece collective power. Again, I highly believe that this armor set is perfect for builds that rely off of, well, not rely, but can strongly benefit from picking up Orbs of Power. And because of Prismatic having the fragment, Facet of Purpose, this armor set is just perfect for freaking Prismatic in general for all classes. Now, the weapons we are using Final Warning. I want to say try to make sure you have the catalyst because it do make it stronger and make it that marked targets can take increased damage and have a chance to refund ammo to the magazine. And freaking Final Warning is one of the strongest primary weapons in the game. But the reason we're using this is because it literally says it unravel targets. We want to spread unraveling to everyone as much as possible so that everybody always have a darkness debuff on them. And we're going to explain why in a minute. We're making sure we're using a solar special weapon and a heavy weapon. This is mandatory if you want the build to be as strong as possible. I chose to use the new solar rocket pulse rifle because the rocket pulse rifle and sidearms are still very strong in the game. They are very strong against dealing with champions and regular ads in the game. They may not do a lot to bosses anymore because of Bungie nerfing it, but they do great damage to, champions and stuff still. So I went into SRL and got the solar rocket pulse rifle. Highly recommend you get this for this build. Very strong. You can go whatever perk choice you want to go for. I went with Heal Clip and Sword Logic. You could go Incandescent if you want some Kablumis, but I went with Sword Logic just so it can do more damage when you kill people. But yeah, highly recommend this rocket pulse right here. Go have fun at SRL, man. Focus it, attune it, get this weapon, okay? And then the heavy I'm using Apex Predator because it get explosive light and reconstruction, meaning I can shoot 2 shots without having to think about having to reload it at all. And I got explosive light to make it do even more damage, and I'm going to always be getting Orbs of Power because of the Vault of Glass armor set. Okay, now the important part here, and this is what make our grenade do insane damage. Gunpowder Gamble literally nuking champions without stunning them and everything. It's ridiculous. Okay, so Shield Crush. This make it that while we amplify the Radiant, our grenade recharge faster and we deal increased damage. This make it that we do 25% more damage. Okay, with our grenade. So this buffered up Gunpowder Gamble that much amount. We will have Void Overshield in this build, so you will be getting the 50% increased melee damage and recharge rate, but that's neither here or there. I guess it is because we're going to be using Threaded Spike to sever people to also put a darkness debuff in them when they're not unraveled. But yeah, we have Tangle Web on, so whenever we make a tangle near somebody, could we kill somebody that had a strand debuff on them, which we're always going to be doing because unraveling and sever going to be going on, they get suspended. Which y'all seen. We have Elemental Daze on, so whenever I stun a champion, an explosion will happen to them based on how I stunned them. So with my solar weapons, it's going to be ignitions, and yeah, and people nearby get hit by it too. But this is the main important perk that I needed immediately for this build once it came back, and that's Cauterized Darkness. Cauterized Darkness make it that strand or stasis debuff non-boss combatant. So as long as it's not the boss, take increased solar damage from all sources. So our solar weapons doing more damage, and our Gunpowder Gamble. This make it that our grenade and stuff do 70% more damage. 70, 75? So I believe 70%. 70% more damage to anybody that's affected by a strand debuff. So in this world, they always gonna be, in this build, I should say, they always gonna be unraveled or severed. So our Gunpowder Gamble gonna be doing 70% more damage on top of the 25% extra damage from Shield Crush. So that's why I use the Final Warning, so that we can spread Unraveling in the room. And once you get 1 or 2 enemies unraveled, everybody start getting unraveled. That's just how Unraveling works, okay? It's spread like a virus. We have on Energy Acceleration, this making that our Rocket Pulse Rifle do even more damage, because we do sustained damage with it. It do a kinetic shockwave that can stun Unstoppable. So now a Rocket Pulse Rifle stun, it already stuns Unstoppable, but it will get the extra damage in, okay? We got Horror Shuttle on. This make it that dealing damage to unraveled targets make threatlings, which y'all will see with y'all Final Warning a lot. And the threatlings will sever targets, spreading more, you know, darkness debuff. And then, of course, we had to throw pack tactics in there, because we might as well make the threatlings do more damage, right? There's nothing else here that I can recommend. Maybe solar weapons grant radiant, because if you get rapid kills with a solar weapon, you will get radiant. It says precision hits right here, but they don't also tell you if you get rapid kills as well. So if you kill 3 people really quick with your solar weapons in this build, you can get radiant for free. Subclass, we're rocking Tether, so we can group everybody together, get that 30% debuff on them, so then our Gunpowder Gamble can do a lot of chunky damage. So we tether everybody together, then throw our Gunpowder Gamble into the mix, it blows up, and everybody just die right there, because they already gonna be unraveled. And yeah, just nuke everybody right there. If the boss right there in the group of people, he's taking a chunk of damage with them, okay? Because everybody share damage when they tether, right? We got Marksman Dodge on. This is just making that I can get my Ascension back quick as possible, so I keep spamming Amplified on, so I can stay alive easier. And just reload my weapons without me having to think about it. So like my Rocket Pulse Rifle and stuff. But by all means, if you have a 100 class stat, because you do have a full demolition set, I recommend putting on Acrobat Dodge, so that you can have Radiant on 24/7 in your build. We have 30 spikes, so we can sever people, make them do 40% less damage to us, so we can survive easier. And then we have Grapple Grenade on, because this allows us to match the element of Final Warning. So every time we kill people with Final Warning, we get stack severity. Since we're mainly gonna be using Final Warning. So just give us stack severity, and we can use the Grapple Grenade to nuke somebody immediately because of severity stacks. But also too, this spreads Unraveling for more people in the area. You could throw on Swarm Grenade, because you do have solar weapons on too. So if you feel like it's easier for you to get stack severity with the solar weapons, once you put Unraveling on everybody, which is very easy because they're doing 70% more damage, you're nuking everybody you're shredding through people with your solar weapons now. You could go Swarm Grenade to get stack severity quicker with the splash damage and whatnot from the Rocket Post and Rocket Launcher, and then throw Gunpowder Gamble. Up to you, dealer's choice. But I love Grapple. Okay, I love Grapple, but you can swap between the two. I just don't like using Swarm Grenade by itself. Swarm Grenade on its own is just meh. Grapple, I can grapple melee a group of people with Verity stacks and they're gonna die. You know what I'm saying? We got Gunpowder Gamble, obviously, just defeat targets to get stacks of it, and then you will get a Gunpowder Gamble grenade on it, then throw it. And if you didn't know, if you don't shoot Gunpowder Gamble, it does less damage, okay? Don't ever make Gunpowder Gamble blow up on its own. Either shoot it while it's in midair to get the dumb increased damage for it, or if you want even more damage with this, some people don't know this, stick the Gunpowder Grenade on the enemy and then shoot it, okay? So if you want to kill a group of enemies, shoot the Gunpowder Gamble in the air. If you want to do a lot of damage to one singular enemy, throw the Gunpowder Gamble on them first, make it stick, and then shoot them, and you'll get even more damage, okay? So if you find champions and stuff, try to stick the Gunpowder Gamble on the champion and then shoot the Gunpowder Gamble. But never make the Gunpowder Gamble just blow up on its own. We got Essential on, obviously, like I said, for survivability, get amplified, make people miss their shots, get 15% damage reduction, and you get to jolt people in this build. We got Faster Protection on for that 15% damage resist, and then 30% if you're in Transcendence. We got on Faster to Courage, just making that our light abilities do more damage to people that are affected by Darkness debuff. We're doing that in this build to begin with, so this making that our Gunpowder Gamble gonna do 10% more damage. And then also too, they give us a plus 10 grenade stat, which is perfect for this build. Faster to Purpose, so we can always have a Void Overshield on us because of the Vaulted Glass armor. We always accumulating orbs on us from doing sustained damage. All the Unraveling take damage stuff count for sustained damage, so you're always gonna be producing an orb on yourself, and then this gonna give you a Void Overshield. So you're always gonna have a 70% damage reduction on you. We have on faster than mending, so whenever I do kill people with my grenade, which you're gonna be doing, group of enemies dying to your gunpowder gamble, or you grappling melee people to death, you'll get a chunk of energy, cure basically, a chunk of health whenever you kill people with it. And then we got faster ruin to make it that the ignition radius is increased. It don't increase the damage, but increase the radius of ignition of gunpowder gamble, so it hit more people. And then we have plus 10 weapon stat from this. If you feel like you don't need faster to ruin on, by all means, you can replace it with faster of hope, so you get your elemental buff back quicker. Or if you feel like you don't need faster to mending, you can go with faster to hope to get your class ability back quicker, so you can always have amplified on. Up to you, okay? Armor mods, we rocking Strand Siphon, obviously Final Warning, killing people, may or the power. Ashes the assets to get more super energy, and then you just got a free slot, so just put anything there. Okay, I put Scout to help my teammates out, I guess. If I recommend putting on a super font here if you have enough grenade stats and whatnot, so you can squeeze it in with a minor grenade mod. Arm piece we have on bolstering detonation, so whenever I do grenade damage, I get class ability energy, so I can spam my ascension more. I got 2 grenade fonts on, so I have 200 grenade stat. But if you got a full demolition stat, like I'm telling you guys to get, then you can put on 3 fire powers in your arm piece. This is what's called. They give you orbs of power from grenade kills. Yeah. Put on 3 firepower, so then whenever you get kills with your grapple or your gunpowder on group of enemies, you just rain hella orbs for doing that, okay? And then you pick up them orbs, get a void over shield. We got our resist mods on our chest piece. Better already, if you're in a brawn activity, put on recuperation instead. But in regular activities where your health do regen, put on better already. So whenever you get doing sustained damage from orbs of power from the Vault of Glass armor, you get a void over shield and it'll start health regen. We got on Strand Weapon Surge to make our Final Warning do 11% more damage, and then Solo Weapon Surge to make our Solo Weapon do 11% more damage. If you feel like Final Warning need a little bit more help, then put on a second Strand Weapon Surge. If you feel like you just want to nuke everything and Final Warning just your utility weapon, put on 2 Solo Weapon Surges. Up to you. I just wanted both of them to do extra damage. And then class item, we have Reaper, because I'm popping Ascension, get a kill, make an orb. Class font, so I can get over 100 class stat. So then whenever I pop my Ascension, I get a little bit of overshield. That overshield actually gives you 50% damage resist. So when you're rocking a full demolition set, going over 100 class stat is perfectly fine. Whenever you pop Ascension, you will get a 50% damage resist for yourself for survivability, in case you don't have a void overshield on at that time. And then powerful attraction to pick up the orbs around us, okay? That's the full build. I really enjoy this build, love this build. If you're a person that love Gunpowder Gamble, this is definitely for you. And just a little trick to show you guys before closing this video out. You can use the auto aim on freaking Final Warning to shoot Gunpowder Gamble. So if I throw Gunpowder Gamble, you can charge up and pre-aim and then let it go, and it'll auto aim shoot it. So if you're someone with bad aim, don't worry, Final Warning got you, okay? Anyway, love you guys, appreciate you guys always, and until next time, stay up.